Good morning and welcome. It is, what's today? I was gonna say the 10th. I knew it was the 10th all along. All right, Saturday, May 10th. And yeah, it's Mother's Day weekend. So, have you got your shopping done yet? Just a reminder, yeah, you got to get something for your mom, but for you, Sylvester's here. For you husbands that have kids, you got to get something for your wife too. I don't make the rules. Come here. I was going to get Sylvester. Anyway, good morning. We should be live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Let me go get him. What? Hey, what are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he'll come back later. All right, so there's a lot going on. It's beautiful weather this weekend again. So this is an awesome time to get out of the house or just get outside and get into the garden. The ground is still really good for digging. There's a lot of soil moisture out there, even though it started drying out this week a little compared to what it has been. And then this coming week, it looks like it's going to continue to get warmer. I am seeing some of the, good morning, Linda. Some of the weather forecasters are making a big deal about some potential 100-degree weather coming up. From what I've looked at, it's going to spike up for like one day, maybe two. Good morning.
Good morning.
One day, maybe two, where we're going to be in the upper 90s, which is totally normal. So I guess those weather forecasters just like to get attention on Facebook. Good morning. So they, there's Sylvester. Come here. So yeah, they like to post those things. It's like kind of clickbaity, like it's gonna be almost 100 degrees. That's normal for May in Texas, to get, a 95-degree day or 100-degree day here and there. So not a big deal. It looks like it's gonna just pop up for a day or two and then be back down into the 70s and 80s again. So nothing crazy there. So I wouldn't be worried about it. And then the good news, our lakes are full. I mean, they're not at 100%, but they're really close. I saw pictures from the Lake Arrowhead spillway yesterday, and the water's not going over the spillway because it's not at 100%, but it's like this close to the top of the spillway. I think it's over 95%. Lake Kickapoo was at like 99. Crazy cats. Was at like 99%. So yeah, the lakes are doing awesome. I actually met with the Water Resource Commission last week, and yeah, our lakes are doing really good. So they're predicting that we will have plenty of water for summer. Good morning. All right, let's talk about some plants. Let's walk around and show you some plants because there's a lot going on. We have some sales going on this weekend. We have some really good looking stuff in the greenhouse. Let me flip the camera. Walk and talk. Look at those rosemary. So I will start off by saying that we do have some sales going on for Mother's Day. Hey, it's Poppy. Where are you going? So those sales are going to include hanging baskets. So all of our hanging baskets are going to be buy one, get one free. So any size, any hanging basket. We've got a bunch of different ones around, a bunch of different varieties. The begonias are looking awesome. The geraniums are also buy one, get one free. So let's go take a peek at those. So I just want to go over the sale items first. Look at that banana. Well, it's actually a false banana, but we'll call it a banana. Petunia, what are you doing? What are you doing? Psst, psst, psst. All right. So all of our Smith's Grown geraniums. These are buy one, get one free. And this is, the sale started on Thursday, and it will continue today and tomorrow only. And we are getting down to the last of our geraniums. We grow about 7,000 geraniums, and we're down to the last, I don't know, 400 or 500. So I'm hoping we sell out of geraniums this weekend. So if you're wanting some, come get them at this buy one, get one free price. And reminder, we got a bunch of different hanging basket options at that sale price. Poppy. So it's looking super, super nice in here. The team has been doing a great job of stocking everything up and getting ready for hopefully a really busy weekend. And what were the other sale items? We've got 4 things on sale, 5 things maybe. One of the other things is our perennials are 25% off. Let me open up this door real quick. Hang on. Good morning, Pam. Sorry if I've missed any comments. It's hard for me to see the comments on my screen. All right, so all of our perennials are also 25% off. We got some cool new stuff in here. Some really good looking perennials. I want to highlight a couple of them real quick. This is the Japanese banana. This is a hardy banana tree. So it's cold hardy. I actually have a friend or some friends up in Ohio that grow these banana trees all the way up there. And they are perennials for them. So you can plant these out in the landscape. After we get our first freeze in the fall, what you'll do is you'll cut them back and cover them with leaves and mulch. And then they will sprout back up from the root the following year. And these are awesome cold hardy bananas. The daylilies, and those bananas, by the way, will get to be about 10 feet tall in the landscape. And you can grow them in full sun or in partial shade or really heavy shade, actually. They grow almost anywhere you put them. If they're out in full sun, you just got to water them like crazy to keep them hydrated in the summer. But they are awesome, fun plants to grow. Now there's another one. Look at these daylilies blooming now. Pretty. Now this is a different thing. This looks like a banana, but it's called Musella or Chinese golden banana. It doesn't actually produce an edible fruit. And this is another perennial that's really cool because it has these kind of narrow upright leaves. Almost looks like a bird of paradise plant, but it's actually related to bananas. And that's another fun one. Oh, I had someone asking for candelilla, and we got some of those in. Sometimes called the wax candle plant. But yeah, we got a lot of really awesome perennials that are included on the 25% sale. Hey, Sylvester. What are you doing? Sorry, I don't have a free hand to pet you because I'm holding my coffee. Someone's asking about which flowers have good fragrance. We have quite a few. So there's some gardenias blooming out on the shrub yard. We have the wax leaf ligustrum is very fragrant and blooming right now. Okay, so perennials are on sale, hanging baskets on sale. What am I forgetting? I don't know. Let's talk about plants. Got a new batch of herbs in, including some beautiful rosemary plants. So we got a lot of rosemary. We've got a lot of lavender, a couple different types of lavender. We've got the asparagus plants. I think Linda was asking about white wisteria on sale. I don't know if I have any white wisteria, to be honest. So got some nice lavender plants in. Look at those. Oh yeah, that was the other one. Citrus plants are 30% off. I knew I was forgetting something. We've been trying to keep up with the demand for the periwinkle, vinca. We've been selling them like crazy. This is, of course, a really good heat-loving plant. If you missed the video I made about all our heat-loving annuals, make sure you check that out. We posted it last week. I think a lot of you saw it because it was a really popular video. But that's one of the questions I get a lot is which of these plants can hang out in the full sun and the heat and do well all summer long. So I made a full video about that. And periwinkles are our number one seller in that category. And we have the cascading and the upright periwinkles. The other one that I love and that a lot of customers are starting to dig is the Angelonia. So we're starting to sell more and more of this each year because people are recognizing how heat tolerant it is and how pretty it is. Those are a great one. We did get a restock on some marigolds this week. I thought we were going to be out. But if you are looking for marigolds, I've got the trailing vinca and the upright vinca, both, to answer that question. And we got restocked on some zinnias, which I didn't think we were going to get restocked on yesterday. But we got some there, another great heat lover. And if you haven't seen these are a different version of the Angelonia called the Alonia Angelonia series. And these are massive. So that's a really cool one. Poppy, you just gonna eat the grass? I have a few of these sunflowers left, the rebloomers. I put a couple of these at my house and they are going crazy. Now that they're in bigger pots, they're blooming like sons of guns. So if you can get these and transfer them to a larger pot, give them a little more room, they're gonna do amazing for you. So you gotta get this weekend, enjoy the beautiful weather. Hopefully it's beautiful wherever you are. I know it's going to be really, really beautiful here. You got to enjoy the beautiful weather. You got to get some shopping done for mom, grandma, for your wife, for your husband, whoever it is. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see all the Facebook comments. The YouTube comments stick around on my screen and I can see them. But the Facebook ones, they pop up and then they go away for me. So if I missed your comment, I apologize. The shrimp plants are starting to bloom. Two different kinds of shrimp plants. So there's the yellow. Gerber daisies are looking nice. Nice and cheerful this morning. Sylvester. What are you about to do? Oh. He acted like he was going to be crazy, and then he calmed down. Oh, we also got a good restock on sun patience. We were almost out of sun patience, which is one of my favorites. And got a bunch of those back in stock this week. Ooh, our art project is coming along. I'm not going to talk a lot about it, but this is kind of a preview. But eventually this whole wall is going to be covered in a mosaic of beautiful paintings by local artists. And we'll be doing a bigger debut of it later this month. We do still have the hail sale going on. There's some stuff still out there on half price across the parking lot. So there's some trees and shrubs out there, a select group of them. It's not all of our trees and shrubs, so don't get confused there. But we've got a select group of them out in the hail sale that you can check out. And I got one more stop to go, and then we're going to head into our staff meeting. If you don't know, we do a staff meeting every Saturday morning with our staff to go over what's happening in the community. Let me open this. And we do some training on products. We talk about, different problems people have been having with plants out in the community. And that starts here in just a couple minutes, so I'll have to be back up front. But I wanted to show you a couple more things over here. We are back in stock on a bunch of veggies. Looks like we got some squash over here. What kind are these? Yellow crookneck, and they are blooming. Quick little lesson for you. Your first blooms that show up on the squash are boys. These are the male flowers. And the way you can tell that is the male flowers typically show up first, and they're more upright, facing upwards, and they have a long stem like this, a long skinny stem. So that's a boy male flower. I doubt there's any female flowers on here yet, but when we see the female flowers, they usually show up a little bit later as the plant gets a little bigger. They will have at the base of the flower what looks like a miniature squash. So it'll be really fat right here at the base of the flower. And in order for them to pollinate, a pollinator, some type of insect, or you have to spread pollen from the male flower and get it inside of the female flower for them to pollinate, right? So that's the difference there. A lot of times people will buy squash or grow squash and they go, I'm getting all these flowers, but I'm not getting any fruit. So the first culprit is it's very likely that you're seeing the male flowers first and then the female flowers will be along shortly. Or they could be not getting pollinated properly. In that case, you can get a little paintbrush, go out in the morning and hand pollinate your squash. And another thing is these are edible. So there's a lot of different recipes for how to prepare squash blooms, tasty little treats if you have an excess of male flowers. Okay, I wanted to make my way over here to show you some beautiful hydrangeas. We do still have some roses. We're running low on our specialty varieties of roses, but we've got some. What do you want? There's our mockingbird up there. So if you want the fragrant roses and the specialty roses, we have some left. I have a lot of gorgeous hydrangeas in stock. We always stock up before Mother's Day because these make a great present for Mother's Day. Look at these. Look at the size of that bloom on this hydrangea. Let me get my hand in here. You see this? So we got a ton of great hydrangeas in stock. Got some new ones that look really, really nice. So pretty. So yeah, if you're needing Mother's Day gifts, we have some nice gift items inside. We also, it's always popular to get gift cards to Smith's Garden Town. If you can't quite decide what you want to get, which variety is this? This one is Summer Crush. Ooh, that's pretty. Now remember, with these hydrangeas here in North Texas, they want to be planted with compost or potting soil. They don't necessarily like the clay soil that we have. And they want to be in a morning sun spot or a dappled shade spot, or mostly shade. And they do really well in containers too. If you don't have a good spot in the ground, you can put these in a big pot on the front porch or something. And a lot of times they'll grow even better in a container than they do in the ground here. But yeah, you can't put them out in full sun here like they do up north. They'll stick hydrangeas out in the middle of a field. And we just can't do that here. They burn up. And we got some really nice looking Japanese maples also. They're kind of scattered around different places around on the shrub yard. But yeah, we're going to be rocking and rolling today. I anticipate it's going to be busy because yesterday was quite busy. We have sod for sale too. If anybody's looking for sod, wanting to get that. I don't know exactly what we've got, but we got some sod. I'm pretty sure. So you can call the store once we're open at 9 and get some of that picked up today if you're needing some. But yeah. All right, well, we're going to get into our staff meeting. Hope to see you out here today. And it's the last weekend to see Frozen Jr. at the Wichita Theater. So if you haven't been yet, it's a great little show that the kids are putting on. My daughter's in it. And take your kids or grandkids or just go see it yourself. There are 2 shows today and 1 tomorrow, and that's it. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up, and thanks for joining, and hope to see you soon.